Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello, hello. It's Sunday, and it's time for your favourite weekend live show from Shay Bradbury. That's right, it's Way of the Exploding Show, coming at you on multiple platforms via the wonders of the interweb, YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook, and Twitch. Loving that. Just trying to load up my cheers so I can give you some well-deserved cheers. Not sure if I've managed to do that because I've not got my headphones in properly. Hang on 1 second. The reason I've not got my headphones in correctly is because of this thing. I've been practicing for a huge, big live DJ set that I'm doing next weekend. This time next weekend, actually. The Margate Soul Festival. Thank you so much. Sounds like I've got a sub. Love that. I should be able to give you some applause. Just 2 seconds if I can. There we go. Thank you so much. Oh, there we go. I can hear myself now. I couldn't hear myself speak properly, so it was sounding really, really weird. There we go. Bit of feedback. Yeah, I'm getting ready for the Margate Soul Festival, which is super, super exciting. I'm going to be playing a mix of 80s kind of soulful funk in the Sunday slot, 3 p.m. Me and Bonnie DJ in Margate. So if you can come along, check my socials out and you'll be able to see it. Anyway, how are you doing? Big shout out to Eds5, Zoe Ireland, Billy Fowler, Winston1313, Div MC, Robert Mitch, Michael Jenkins, Lucas86, and I've not got my super duper head up display thing, so I'm not going to be as slick as usual, but I'll be able to get most of your names populated in a few minutes or so, and I can say hello to everyone in Twitch. If you're joining me from YouTube, hi. Yeah, so much to talk about. We've been doing loads on the movie this week. In fact, if you're not familiar with that, I should be able to give you the URL. There you go. That's the movie I'm referring to. A movie that came to life on this here show. Hi, John UK Japan. Let me just see if I can bring up my head-up display, because I do find it rather disconcerting. Oh, God, no, that doesn't. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I get it. I've not got a particular cable connected. It doesn't matter. We won't worry about it this week. I've managed for a couple of years to just read off here before. It's just the luxury of having you all there in front of me. It's been absolutely marvellous the last few weeks. Yeah, but big shout out to everyone. If someone in chat, a regular, could put the Discord up for those people that are new, you can see the Discord where we chat in the week about all things 80s and 90s retro, or nouveau retro as we call it. Hello, Fuzzy Tiger. Not sure who it was who very, very kindly subbed to me. Could you let me know in chat? That'd be absolutely lovely if you could. It'd be brilliant. Hi, Breeze93. Good evening to you. Yeah, sorry I couldn't join you last week. Hectic family stuff kept me away. But you know I love to be here. Tiny Devil Games, thank you so much, Ken, for putting the Discord in chat. The Discord is really cool. We're very welcoming. We're very chatty. We don't bombard you with stuff, but we like to talk to all of you in the week about sort of poignant and prescient retro news releases, maybe news of an 80s film remake or a brand new video game or some new music. There's some great stuff, actually. I should just get it up in this week's Discord. We've got various channels on the Discord for Way of the Exploding Show, including a games-specific one, and one related to tech, gadgets, another one to music. What was I going to talk to you about? Yeah, Commodore64.net. I'm very excited to bring you news of the launch of a brand new Commodore 64. In fact, let me just bring the image up while I do that. Just say hello in chat. Introduce yourselves to people. How's that? That's it. There we go. Marvellous. I'll try and find a still image. Some beautiful options, so I can just grab that. Oh, is that going to work? Is it going to work? No, it's not going to work. Damn. Just bear with me. I'm going to write new Commodore 64. It'll be worth it, I promise you. I'll put it in the news section of Googly Schmoogle, and I should be able to come up with some images. Oh yeah, there's a great image there on time extension. There we go. We'll put that in the pictures folder. Commodore 64 Ultimate. I think, yeah, it's the Ultimate Edition. Just bear with me. I'm just going to bring it into chat. Welcome, by the way, if you're just joining me. to Way of the Exploding Show. We go out every Sunday. 2 seconds. Picture, image. There we go. Almost there. All of this just to show you one image of a computer that I know you know what it looks like, because it's possibly one of the most famous computers ever created. And there it is. I'll just bring it into the center. Oh, hang on a second. I'll just bring it into the center of the screen. Here we go. How's that, folks? How is that? Isn't it beautiful? So showing you the 3 versions, I believe, that you can get hold of in the brand new unveiling of a Commodore 64 Ultimate. Now, we're going to talk about the Kickstarter for the 3rd edition of the Sinclair Spectrum, the ZX Spectrum, next in a moment. But first, I want to show some love to Commodore 64. So, Commodore International have just announced its first official hardware in over 30 years. This is huge news, guys. It's a new AMD Xilinx, I don't know how you pronounce that processor, RTX 7 FPGA powered recreation of the Commodore 64 called the Commodore 64 Ultimate Edition. Pre-orders are now available. There are 3 options being unveiled. They include the Commodore 64 Ultimate Beige, which will obviously bring you back to 80s colours. The translucent colour changing Commodore 64, well, that sounds an absolute winner to me. That's called the Commodore 64 Ultimate Starlight. Oh. And the gold Commodore 64 Founders Edition. Wow, how cool. Those who decide to order the console will get a fully assembled machine featuring an AMD Xilinx RTX processor running a recreation of the original Commodore 64 motherboard, said to be at least 99% compatible with all the 80s and 90s cartridges and peripherals. Yes, I love it. As well as an HDMI video, Wi-Fi and USB. I'm going to get one of these. I am definitely getting one of these. I'd like to go for the translucent thing because it would look so cool in here, wouldn't it? But I'm a bit of a purist, and I quite like the old 80s beige. What do we think? Virtually zero lag, they're saying. 1080p, 50 Hz PAL or 60 Hz NTSC. HDMI output. Analog via DIN8. CVBS, S-Video, RGB. Brilliant. So you can whack it into your CRT. 2 SID sockets, whatever they are. Tell me what they are. Oh, that's audio, isn't it? Rocker switch to control power, menu, resets. Oh, look at that storage and compatibility. USB thumb drives that are FAT32 compatible. And loads of other cool stuff. 66 key mechanical keyboard, blah, blah, blah. Absolutely superb. Get along there to Commodore.net, but also thanks to TimeExtension.com. We love you guys. Big shout out to Time Extension, often providing us with all kinds of cool news. And that news did come to you care of Way of the Exploding Shows. Oh, is that a moth? It's a moth. Or is it a butterfly? Either way, you're safe in here, my friend. As you flutter around. You may freak me out a little bit, but I don't mind. I'm going to open the door so I can let this creature out. Bear with me 2 seconds. There you go. Yay! Free at last! Okay. Marvellous. So thank you so much. I think I just got another follower. So let me just say hello to Sarah, to Quail, Psychic Janet, how you doing from YouTube, joined by Rob H. and Mark Cornwall. Loving the artwork. Mark, thank you for mentioning that. Thank you so much for mentioning that, because don't let me forget to do this for the next part of the news, guys, because it's huge. I wanted to show you something, actually. So as you know, I'm a bit partial to doing little bits of artwork. I like kind of street art, sort of abstract, fun stuff with a bit of character. And what you can see behind me is my latest attempt. That's actually drying in the back. It's oil pastel with linseed oil. And I did a trial. Just bear with me. I did a trial image on here. Where the hell? There we go. Right, probably not going to look that good on here. Looks a bit shite on here, but then we'll give it a go. So that's but not a great depiction of it. That was my trial. So it's a kind of Basquiat. You know Basquiat, was he Polynesian, French Polynesian, sort of born in America, but from Polynesian heritage, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But a contemporary of Andy Warhol, Keith Haring, was big on the graph scene in the early 80s and then became one of the most sought after artists of the time. Like I said, he worked with Warhol. He actually lived with Madonna at one point. And you can't see the details on here. I'll try and zoom in. But it was really into that kind of tribal, kind of iconography based, slightly abstract idea, where he'd get lots of symbols. Like he was really into, you know, the crown that you see a lot of street artists use. That sort of very naively drawn crown. He was very much associated with that. He kind of evolved that icon. Used the copyright symbol all the time. Used to do the symbol called Man Dies, and then he did actually die quite young, I think, of a drug overdose. So yeah, really, really cool. And I do a lot of stuff in small pads, and I've decided to do something big. Well, I do some stuff, as you can see, but this is my latest thing. And that's the first attempt just to lay down the background, and I'm going to use Posca to do the black. And some of these lovely colours I can do. There we go. I can paint those lovely colours and stuff. Yeah, and I just thought it'd be quite nice to kind of attempt to do. I mean, it's my own take on Basquiat, but do a kind of Basquiat style. What's that image there? There's an image coming up. Yeah, Basquiat style skateboarder. That's the idea. I got carried away, but thank you for the compliment. Right, cool. Bruce 93 said that they went to modern art museums in Barcelona and Copenhagen, and they both featured Basquiat. Yeah, absolutely superb. And we've got a link from MoMA to MoMA.org from Prof Giles, which I'm guessing is an explanation of Basquiat's art. Superb art, beautiful, almost sort of tribal, has big sort of infusions of Afro-Caribbean and I'm guessing French Polynesian identity. Really interesting stuff, an amazing character. Anyway, enough said. Wanted to talk more about the ZX Sinclair Next Edition 3. And I don't think many of you need me to tell you, but this thing is incredible. I've had this for several years. It's got many of the kind of features that we just talked about on that Commodore 64 Ultimate. Right, you can see. You've got normal serial port for your joystick and stuff, but you've also got the convenience of USB. You've got an HDMI out. There's, I think, is there an SD card slot in here? I think there might be. Yes, there is on the side. There you go. And it's incredible. Now, the third edition of this, one of the most successful Kickstarter projects ever, by the brilliant Enrique, who is one of our, I think he may be an executive producer on our own Kickstarter, Control AI Delete. So this is why I have no compunction in saying support this lovely team of people, also being supported by Games You Loved, who helped me with the Kickstarter. The third edition does loads more than this and actually enables you to play Commodore 64 games, unless I'm mistaken. Do let me know in chat if you've backed this or if you want to back it. It's on Kickstarter. Just go to Kickstarter, kickstarter.com, is it, I guess? You'll also see, if you want to go to Kickstarter, actually, the easiest way is go to My Movie, right? If you've not seen that, then go for it. Most of you have. At controlaidelete.net, control as in on the keyboard, CTRL, aidelete.net. Click on the Kickstarter. You'll see our Kickstarter. If you want to buy our movie, you can buy a digital download when it's ready to go, and you'll see some clips. I've got some more clips for you tonight, folks. You'll see some micro clips tonight. If you'd like to see the full movie when it's finished, you can still do that. But once you're on Kickstarter, then write ZX Spectrum into it, and you'll find Next 3, the third edition. Let's go to our new UK Garage soundtrack. Here we go. Okay, so 2 seismic developments in not just software, but hardware too, coming to you. So Instagram are back on board. I was just about to say hello to Instagram, but then I've just got another subscriber in the shape of Prof Giles. Huge. Thank you, my friend. Beautiful. Little dance coming at you. What an absolute scholar you are. And thank you so much for dropping at the same time as subscribing, you total legend, the Kickstarter link in chat on the Twitch platform. But it doesn't matter where you're watching from. X right now. I love going out on X live. Instagram, we're live there too because we got it working this week. Big shout out if you're on Instagram to Beardface Bro, Mambo Mobile Bars, Mambo Mobile Bars. I do apologise. Genevieve 0712, DJ's 90, Yahom Jen. This is a good tune, isn't it? Ross Bird, DJ Cocker. How you doing, buddy? Are you still there? Because sometimes there's a bit of a delay on the old Insta. Anyway, if you're watching on Instagram, it's great to see you. Good to see you, Marnie. Marnie joined earlier today. Big shout out. Fury33 said, my stepson moved down to Newquay and told me he's been hanging out with you a bit. He didn't realise that he'd been watching you on the Gadget Show with me for years, and then it suddenly clicked. Fury33, say hello, and if you've gone, I'm going to get in touch with you and say thank you for that. That's your, is it your stepson? Stepson. Sounds great. Oh, yeah. And whoever just followed me, thank you so much for that. I missed that too because of the way that the software works. So no, License 25 Stream. Say hello to chat. Everyone say hello to License 25 Stream. Great busy show tonight. Big up to Bruce93. Big up to Rob is with us. I've actually said hello to you already. License to Stream. It's David from France. Hello. Bonjour. Bonjour, bonjour. Addicted's in the house. Well, it's not gonna. The next Addicted to Retro is asking about the third edition of this ZX Spectrum Next, currently on Kickstarter. If you've just joined us, we did it for our news item. So he's saying the new Next, I assume, will have a C64 core. I think the answer to that is no. I just think that it's capable of carrying a kind of emulation that it wasn't before because of the amount of power it's now got. It's got a brand new processor, I think. Just do it. Actually, do you know what? I should just use the link in chat, shouldn't I? Hello, Ian. How you doing? Yeah, I could put some 80s logos into it, couldn't I, Ian? Yeah, nice idea. I'm just going to look at the Kickstarter. Okay, here we go. So, what have we got? Good God. The big news is that they were funded to the tune of £1 million in less than 48 hours. That's incredible. It was incredible to watch. I was there pushing it on my socials, but I didn't need to because Enrique and that incredible team had it all covered. It might be hard. Here we go. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it looks like Addicted to Retro. It is a similar hardware. Look, the RTX A7 XC7A35T, and there's too many letters, but it's a much more powerful chipset. You can actually get a bare bones motherboard kind of hardware internals only, and I think, I don't know. Can you put it into this? I read all this. I can't remember. Let me have a look at the rewards. Hang on. Seeing as you've got me thinking now. For the hardware hacker, and you join the ZX Spectrum Next Issue 3 main board. Right. The main board. All the features of the Spectrum Next, minus the case and accessories, ideal for housing inside a Speccy, hacking required, or in a third-party case. This one doesn't fit inside the Next. Right. So there you go. You can buy it as just hardware main board, but it won't fit inside there. So despite what I said, that's 160 quid. So that's quite a good deal. Anyway, we're done with that. I just got pulled into it. Thank you, License to Stream. Thank you for the compliment about our movie Kickstarter, which brings me to the latest micro clip. So what you know, or what you might not know, is that each week now on the show, on Way the Exploding Show, I'm bringing you exclusive clips direct from the edit. I've just thought of one, actually, that... Ken, are you there? Sound off if you're there, Ken. I want your opinion on something. I just want to see if Tiny Devil Games is in chat. If he is, I'm going to get his opinion on whether I should show something. But anyway, here is it's micro, beyond micro, but it's a little clip from the movie, and it's think Karate Kid, and you won't be far wrong. Here we go. That's it. I've got it on loop. What do we think, folks? Sound off in chat. I know it's not very much of a clip, but I can't show you too much more of stuff because you're going to have seen the whole movie. Let me know. Get in chat. Tell me what you think. I think it's bloody beautiful. I mean, look at that shot. It's fantastic. And those sound effects. What about those sound effects? State of the art or what? If you've just joined us on Instagram, welcome to Way of the Exploding Show, where we're looking at some clips from the upcoming movie that was born on this here show. Rusty does DJing. Thank you, Fury33. Appreciate that. We've done thoughts on the Switch 2 already, Ross, several weeks ago on launch. You can find legacy recordings of this show on YouTube if you want to see them. Do you like it, Skewy? Where's the rest of it? R2. R2? Where's the rest of it? R2. I get it. Yeah, well, I can't show too much. Can you... Okay, here's a question. Can you identify the piece of hardware at knee height? Oh my god, yeah. Oh no, not nunchucks. Instant bam. An 18 ratio from the BBFC. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Ian. Yeah, we don't care what the rating is. I'm with you, Skewy. Well done, Prof. Giles. Correctly identified. The hint of everyone's favourite choice of vehicular transport in an apocalypse. Albeit one, a sort of contained one in Skegness. A Sinclair C5. Well done, sir. I've also made it into a GIF, actually, with no music. And if you want to use the GIF, I think it's even better. The GIF is just beautiful. Look at that. It just works really, really well, doesn't it? Okay, you get the basic idea. Right, what else have we got? Oh, yeah. Yes. I'm going to lay down... Let's put some music on. Hang on. I'm just going to lay down another clip, actually. No. Ken, I saw you report for duty a moment ago. Thank you, Ken. Thank you. And I want your opinion. Do you think it would be okay if we showed it's 11 seconds... an 11-second clip of the screen overlay section, the gaming overlay with Sai, it's one of our characters, and Smith, he's our main lead character, on the arcade machines. Do you think it would be okay? It's on you. Chat, you might have to persuade Ken, a.k.a. Tiny Devil Games, because this is something you'll want to see. I'm just going to sit back and let you fight it out. If it's a yes, I'll show it. In fact, I'll get it ready in case we agree to it. Control AI clip in brackets. What do we call it? Arcade overlay. Right. Addicted is being very, very polite, saying please to Ken. Do it, says Putty Cat. No pressure. Tiny Devil Games. Hard call. Do we release that much cool right now? That's why I'm asking you, mate. That's why you've got the difficult job of deciding. What do we think? Have I even got it as a... I have got it as a clip. Come on, we need more. We need more encouragement to Ken to say yes. What you're going to see is it's good. It's got some weird audio in it, You can hear the director in the background because we haven't done the mics yet, but you'll see a very basic, and there's lots of very loud beeps that won't be quite as loud. There's no spatial kind of Dolby-itis type thing. What have we got? Well, since they all did fund it, I think that's the correct answer, Ken. Okay. So we'll stop with the music and we'll open it up. There we go. Yes. And I'll bring it into the chart and turn it off. 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 Okay, here we go. Right. Here we go. So this is, imagine that you are, actually, let me just look at that, actually. What I need to do is get the sound right. Anyway, imagine that you're, the shot is in a sequence of shots, but it's shot from inside the arcade machine looking out. Does that make sense? Two arcade machines, in fact. I'll stop talking, just put it on.
Yes! Shut it out. Yes!
No! Make it a bit bigger. Oh, it stopped. We need to loop that, don't we? Loop.
Yes! Shut it out. Yes!
Ignore the director talking in the background. No! What do you think, folks?
Yes! Shut it out.
Let us know in chat.
Yes!
So what we've done with that took the best part of a day and a half, and that's 11 seconds of the movie. You're seeing your main man in action and your second leading man, the amazing Josh Haddock there, RADA trained Josh, lovely, lovely human being, and one of my old friends from Lincoln, who's trained in musical theatre. It's his first movie, Sam Gainey, playing the part of Cy. Thank you, Addicted to Retro. Oh, brilliant. We got a brilliant from Putty Cat. Then it was the right decision, Ken. There we go. There we go. One more time, one more playthrough. So we've got translucent layers. We've warped them. We've transformed them. Mirrored them to make them look like from a curved CRT. There's also shadows in the lens of the lights on the ceiling that was also overlaid. All the sounds as well. And the games, of course, programmed by the brilliant Tiny Devil Games. Hence why he got the final decision. So I'm really pleased that you said yes. Very amusing, says Prof. Giles. Very witty. Yes, no, juxtaposition. Nice filmic language analysis there from Prof. Giles, showing why you have the word prof in your name. Yes, I would be lying if I didn't acknowledge that in the writing of this, I was somewhat influenced by... oh man, I always forget his name. Who's the director of the Cornetto trilogy? I met him once and we kind of didn't connect, you know. It's quite disappointing, but he wasn't the megastar Hollywood director that he is now. Yeah, Edgar Wright. Thanks, Putty Cat. Yeah, it's got an Edgar Wright kind of yes, no. You know what I mean? Prof? Yeah, it's coming along very, very well. And the brilliant Ken is intimately involved in chat, in the edit. So that's good. So welcome, everybody. If you're here from X, if you're here, indeed, from Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, you're very, very welcome. Thank you, Ross. Thank you for those lovely compliments. Jumped from Twitter to Insta, says Anne Sillin. Lovely. Irina Sports are there. How you doing? The clip got a touch of Boba Fett. The clip got a yeah, that's got a touch of Boba Fett about it. Yeah, you're right. More graphic out hour. More graphic out hour. I don't know what that means, Anselin. Try again. All right, I get it. Come on, Ken. I get it now. This is back in chat, and you're encouraging Ken to show the clip. And Anselin, fluorescent tube lights could be darker on the second player. Game over text getting absorbed a little. Thank you for the feedback. That's really helpful. I'm glad that you're actually that much, you're bothered or impressed by it, that you're giving us a proper breakdown. Absolutely superb stuff. Right, there we go. Marvellous. Well, we've done quite a lot, is it? Yeah, it's already 7:30. 9, I can't believe it. We've done the new Commodore 64 Ultimate, which is really, really exciting, on Commodore.net. Go and see that. We've bigged up Enrique's amazing third iteration of the ZX Spectrum Next, which reached £1 million of Kickstarter backing in less than 48 hours this weekend just gone, which was incredible. It's on 1.5 million right now, and I know what that's like, and so do you, because we all made our movie happen. We've also looked at our movie and how that's coming along, and the edit is going really, really, really well, and Ken has been helping and doing some great work. Insta is working. X streams better, says Eds. Thank you, Eds. Good to see you. Eds, are you in our Discord? Because you should be. I'll say once again, if someone could kindly put the Discord link in chat on any platform that you can do it, that would be great. The Discord is really good, and it's a slowly growing community that gives rise to all kinds of great content that ends up on the show every Sunday, including the Commodore Ultimate, the new one. So Duncan Sample says, have you got the gamer card? Duncan, I don't know what that is. Could you let me know? That sounds really, really interesting. Sarah, how you doing? Yes, I have met you, Sarah, on several occasions, my absolute superstar. And you've also met Beverly Knight. Yeah, Beverly was a regular on the Gadget Show, interestingly, a beautiful UK soul singer. Yes, please, Eds, do join. Right, I'm just coasting now because I think it's probably time that we moved to the quiz. What do you reckon? Bit of quiz? Let's do it. Quiz time, and hopefully I'll get this dried. The linseed oil is really very, very wet on it at the moment, and I'm going to be able to start messing around with the skateboarder in the meantime. So welcome to Way of the Exploding Quiz, where each week we do a bunch of retro 80s and 90s quiz questions. Very testing. I ask you a question, I'll give you 4 potential answers. You write the whole answer in chat. You can do it on Instagram along with Scarlet Hyde, Ancelian, Mindful Money Plan, who just joined us, Mad Max, Bryony Chew, or Tino C. Can, or JW Plastering from Cornwall, and also Fury33 if you're still in chat. Or you can join us like Prof. Giles on Twitch and Sarah, Eds on X, or indeed over on YouTube, Psychic Janet and the absolutely brilliant Mark Cornwall. If you're still there, Mark, lovely, 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 lovely. All of you lot are ready for this week's quiz. I give you a simple question, 1 of 4 answers, only 1 is correct. You put the answer in as full as you can type into chat. Don't try and sell it to everyone because people like to try it and see if they can get it right. Okay, cool, good stuff. Right, let's do this. Right, okay, first question in tonight's Way of the Exploding Quiz. Here we go, good luck. It's going to be tricky this week. I don't foresee a 10 out of 10er. I'm going to be honest with you, I've made it extra hard. In the young ones, from 1982 to 1984, what fictional university do Rick, Vivian, Neil and Mike attend? Do they go to Scumbag College? Maybe they attend Footlights College. Could they be enrolled at Polytechnic Central or Oxbridge Uni? Which of those sounds like the name of their college? I've got another question coming, and it's so funny on the young ones. I used to have a mate called Nick, and he could retrieve every single line from every episode of the young ones and do all the accents. What, for real? Has your answer really been picked up by the auto censor? That's hilarious. Isn't that funny? If not, just really try and do an unblocked version, because the problem I've got is, I suppose I could do this. Hang on. I could log into Twitch, because normally I've got Twitch running on there. That's how I get your chat when I cleverly do it on the old auto cue. I'll see if I can go into it. Hang on, and unblock you. Let's have a look. That's so funny. No, I've got no notification of anything being blocked. That's weird, isn't it? Sorry, that's frustrating for you. That's really funny, isn't it? Interesting. Okay, right. I'm sure you'll work out how to get your choice of answer across. Right. In the young ones, what is the full name of Vivian's violent Glaswegian pet hamster? Is it Cliff? Is it Shepherd's Bush? Is it Mike? Or is it Special Patrol Group? Which of those four is the name of Vivian's pet hamster? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. If you've just joined, welcome to Way of the Exploding Show. I'm Jason Bradbury, your cordial host. Although I'm not that cordial. I'm sometimes a little bit cheeky. Borderline rude. But we're here every Sunday at 9 p.m. Most Sundays, wasn't here last week. And actually, I should just say, won't be here next week. Won't be here next week because I'm going to be DJing at Margate Soul Weekender. I'm DJing the main stage at 3 p.m. with the amazing Bonnie DJ. We've got an hour-long slot. I can tell you my playlist if you want. Do you want to learn my playlist? So look, I mean, I would play you some of the tunes, but the problem is I'll get done for copyright because a lot of my streams have been picked up on YouTube for copyright. I'm playing a bit of Imagination. Just turn this down because I won't be able to think of it. I'm playing Imagination. I'm playing D-Train, obviously. Come on. Music, or You're the One for Me. I'm going to play Fonda Ray, Touch Me, spelled T-U-C-H. Turns out. Shannon, Let the Music Play. I might play that. We could risk the old copyright thing if you want, but yeah, go on. I'm going to risk it. Don't worry. I know we're midway for the quiz. I'm not going to be too distracted because I know that when you're in the quiz, you're in the quiz, you're in the quiz. But let's do it just because we can. And that's, of course, if we can, because it just looks like Record Box actually... Oh, yeah, it's starting. Here we go. Right, hang on. Yeah. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try just a little bit of the first... Right, here we go. You ready? Right. Master. And Ken, you're my DJ tutor, so you've got to tell me that I'm doing it right. Where are we? Let's just load up. Let's load up... the first tune. Yeah, we got that. How about the second tune? What's that? Right. The first tune is Take That to the Bank by Shalimar. Let's try it. Here we go. Can you hear that? First of all, in chat, can you hear that? We'll have a disco for 3 minutes. Can you hear that? DJ Jace in the house, indeed, Bruce 93. You can hear it? Okay. Right. Let's bring in some Imagination. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Yep. Come on. Can you name that tune that's coming in on the right? In case you can't hear it, it's this one. Oh, yeah. Woo. Yeah. Okay, right. What's the next tune? I'm getting a bit nervous. Because I've got an audience. Okay. Right, I know what we're going to do. A bit of Soul Makossa. Right, let's try this again. Messed that up. Let's just build up Imagination a little bit. I actually brought the track in on the wrong deck. Not quite on it, is it? Right. So we've got Imagination on the right deck. Completely gone off script. Let's try. I know what we're going to go for. Let's go for this. Right, not sure where we're going with this. Woo! Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Just wait for the bass. Do you know what this one is? What if I said BB&Q band? Would you be any the wiser? We'll let the bass come in and then we'll get back to the quiz. Wait for this bass. Oh my God! This bass is going to knock your head off. Let's go. Okay, it's Dreamer by the BB&Q band. Maybe one more. Oh, messed that up. Oh no. We messed the last mix up, but we don't mind because we're all friends. And that was a little bit rushed. Well, it was massively rushed because I'm going to play the whole of Dreamer until it gets to this really funky bit. And then I bring that in and it should work there. Anyway, you got a basic flavour there of what I'm going to be doing next Sunday at Margate. Hopefully I won't mess it up. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll fade it out. Yes. And we'll bring back our garage playlist so that we've got a little bit of tunage for the quiz. Now, we are on question number 3 in tonight's quiz. Thank you, Tiny Devil Games. Appreciate that. Thank you, Puttycad. The mixing desk is the DDJ FLX4, or the Flex 4 as they call it, by Pioneer, and it's the absolute most bog standard entry level one. What is the developer studio behind the 1985 fighting game The Way of the Exploding Fist, which of course is the namesake of this here show? Is it Ultimate Play the Game, Ocean Software, Beam Software, or Gremlin Graphics? Question number 3 in tonight's Way of the Exploding Quiz. Yeah, Paul Hardcastle vibes coming at you from that tune Dreamer. I think the odd slight hiccup on a beat mix, I think it feels like a big deal to me, but I think in the spirit of the event, which isn't going to be too cool for school, it's going to be a bunch of people of our age, right? Slightly inebriated down the beach, hopefully on a sunny day, you know, with me and Bonnie chucking out t-shirts. So I don't think I need to be, you know, Armand Van Helden. Do you know what I mean? I think it's going to be more of a fun affair. Okay, you've answered question number 3. Well done. Question number 4. Japanese development title for the 1992 Mega Drive game Streets of Rage 2 before its Western release. So, Streets of Rage 2 developed in Japan, the Japanese dev title, codename as it were, Urban Warfare, Bare Knuckle 2, Final Fight Sequence, Bare Knuckle. Which of those? Big shout out if you've just dropped in. I know the old Insta crowd like to drop in and say hello. Mad Max is still with us. Mindful Money Plan still there. Fury 33 has stayed with us, but it's great to have you on board. Rage, how you doing? Are you still there? I've been watching your content. What was it yesterday? It was a bit of political content you had on your story. I also saw you bigging up your boy. He did well, didn't he, to Qual? Ross Norman is joining in the quiz, as is Ancelian. Harry Harron. Stephen J. Morris. Hi, Stephen. And Armstrong at Large. Good to see all of you. Great to see all of you. Mixed Mistakes shows it's live, not stuck on a USB. That's right. If we're talking about mix mistakes, I can show you this. Tell you what, let me just show you something actually. 2 seconds. I can load this up and then I can go to there. This is what I was trying to get to. This bit. That's the wrong tempo. Yeah. So it goes full breakdown, you see. This is about 3 minutes in. This is where I was going to go to mix in the next track. Whereas I couldn't wait 3 minutes for you guys. What a tune. Dreamer, BB&Q. Question 5. 1987 arcade game by Technos Japan, censored in the UK NES ports by renaming nunchucks to sticks. Oh. I'm definitely going to get a copyright strike, but you know what? I don't care. It's just too good. Anyway, you got the idea. Right. What do you think? Double Dragon, Renegade 2, Final Fight, or Kung Fu Master? One of those games was censored in the UK NES port by renaming nunchucks, which you saw on this here show earlier, renaming them to sticks. What the hell is that all about? If you want to see some nunchuck action, there you go. That's my GIF. I did a big update to all of you last weekend, wasn't it? I think it was. About the movie. The movie I'm referring to is, of course, Control AI Delete. The movie funded by the viewers, that's you lot, of this here show. And I said that, you know when you've got something, when you keep getting opportunities to make GIFs and little viral clips, and there are so many opportunities in this edit that me and Ken are doing at the moment, to make GIFs, and it makes me feel maybe we've got a good film. We could have a lot of really good GIFs in a crap film. You don't know, but I guess we'll get to find out. That was question 5. Question number 6. Internal project name at Rare for the 1997 N64 game GoldenEye 007 during early development. What was it called? Agent 007, Tomorrow Never Dies, Secret Service, quite like that, or Bond 64. Maybe, what do you mean maybe? Double Dragon? Kung, says Janet. Shortening that phrase quite considerably there. Secret Service, says Ponder. Remember not to follow people unless you know the answer. Skewy Cat going out on their own with Bond 64. Followed by Puddycat. Interesting. Question number 6. Right, question number 7 tonight. In the 1987 film With Nat and I, which I didn't watch it, but I looked at some clips. I kind of did a bit of a YouTube deep dive. What a movie. I'd forgotten how brilliant it is. What's the first name of the eccentric character played by Richard Griffiths? Richard E. Grant. What the hell? Anyway, you know what I mean. Montague, Raymond, Harold, or Percy? Richard E. Grant, it should say. Was his character name Montague, Raymond, Harold, or Percy? We're at 903 viewers. Will we hit 1,000? Superb, sorry. Forgetting the music. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just bear with me. I had a sudden feeling. I'm so stupid. Some of you might have recognized that I was making an error. Okay, I do apologize. This is because I wrote the questions last week and I was going to do them in last week's show. But if you remember, I had a last-minute family situation and I couldn't do the show. It is Richard Griffiths. It's Richard Griffiths. Of course it is. And we need to know his character name. It's intentionally difficult. I'm so sorry. So ignore what you've written. Now write the answer to that actual question that I was meant to give you, which is the character name of the Richard Griffiths character, the one played by Richard Griffiths in With Ned and I. Which of those is it? Montague, Raymond, Harold, or Percy? Go for it. I'm so sorry. These things happen, though. What can I say? It's a week has dulled my brain. Okay, question number 8. Well done. In Die Hard 2, what is the name of the fictional British airline whose plane is crashed by the terrorists in Die Hard 2? Is the airline called Pacific Courier, Windsor Airlines, Transglobal, or Northeast Airlines? I am so hot. I can't stand it. Wow. Yeah, 26 degrees in here. That's warm enough, isn't it? Okay, well done. Just switching over to Insta to make sure everyone's okay. Phil Ferris, you missed the question included 2. I don't know what you mean. Let me know and I'll try and repeat it for you. Longhurst Lino, or Lino. Nice to see you. Karen Harrington, ceramics. Oh, sounds creative stuff. Wood, paper, scissors. Nice to have you with us. Gaza, Ian Hills, Wayne Pickard. Ancillian, still deep in the quiz. Can't ride BMX. Yo, yo, yo. How you doing? Love you, man. Okay, so question number, we've done 8, haven't we? Question number 9. In the 1984 film Gremlins, what is the name of the small American town where the Mogwai chaos unfolds? Does it take place in Bedford Falls, Hill Valley, Kingston Falls, or Haddonfield? Not easy. Really tough question. Because there's no context for it, you know? What a packed show we've had today. Amazing. That was question number 9. Well done. Answers still streaming in from all over Intermaweb. 940 viewers now. It's great, isn't it? We almost had a choo-choo early on. Sorry, I'm on the beers, playing snooker. Hope you're well, my man. I am, and it's really great of you to drop in. Have a lovely evening, my main man. Epic, 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 epic. Okay, so we now go to the final question. Good luck, everyone. What is the full birth name of the 80s pop star George Michael, who started his career in Wham? Do we know George Michael as Andreas Georgiou, Michael Kyriakos, George Alain Pelicano, or Georgios Kyriakos Panayotou? If you're Greek, I am so sorry. I've just massacred your language. But hopefully that makes sense. I think he was Greek, wasn't he? Wasn't he of Greek origin? Anyway, there we go. Marvellous, 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 marvellous. There we go. Last question. Last question. Well, just do a sort of acronym or something like that. You do an acronym? Yeah, they're all acronym, aren't they? You can do AG for the first one, MK for the second one, GAP for the third one, or GKP for the third one. The fourth one. Marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. Okay, so there we go. We're going to spin back to the front. Well done, everyone. You've done a great job. And I know that I confused everything in the middle by turning into a DJ. But thank you for allowing me to audition my set and to get some feedback about that. And thank you so much to the person that said that when you make mistakes as a DJ, which I inevitably will, it just shows that you're live. And I agree, it doesn't matter. It's about the vibe. And I've got the gift of the gab, so we should be fine. Okay, so anyway, if you want to go, it's Street Sounds Radio. I'm part of the Street Sounds Radio team, but there are lots of other DJs there. There's over 100 DJs. Loose Ends are going to be live. TMF, formerly Maze, are going to be there. Loads of great live acts, loads of great DJs. Margate Soul Festival next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Right, question number one. And remember, oh God, so many questions are up at the moment. Question number one, and what I want you to do, if you know the answer, is give me a 1 out of 1 if you get it right. In the young ones, what fictional university do Rick, Vivian, Neil, and Mike attend? It is, of course, Scumbag College. Give yourself a 1/1 if you got it right. If you got it wrong, 0/1. And we're going to carry on up to 10 to see if we've got any 10 out of 10ers. I did predict that we wouldn't get any 10 out of 10ers. I don't know now, having looked at some of the answers going through. We could be on to a 10 out of 10, but certainly not en masse. Question number 2. Well done. We'll look at your scores in a minute. In the young ones, what is the full name of Vivian's violent Glaswegian pet hamster? This is the thing that I was laughing about. I started laughing, didn't I, before I read it. His hamster is, of course, called Special Patrol Group. Brilliant! Absolutely bloody brilliant. 2 out of 2 for Ponder. 2 out of 2 for Puddy Cat. Same for Addicted, Skewy, Bruise, and Tiny Devil. 1 out of 1 for Mark. He's catching up in a second. 2 out of 2 for Duncan Sampy. iQuail gets 1 out of 2. Skewy gets 2. Rob with YouTube just catching up to the scores reveal with Psychic Janet, both on 2 out of 2. Great start out of the blocks. So now we move to the third question, which is, what's the developer studio behind the 1985 fighting game The Way of the Exploding Fist? What a game, what a game. It is, of course, I believe, I'm just going to triple fact check this based on my propensity to get things wrong. I think it's Beam Software, but we'll have a quick look. I could, of course, be wrong. It's a week since I did these. It's Beam Software, ladies and gentlemen. Beam Software is the correct answer. Well done if you got the third question right. We'll move on because we're running out of time and we'll have a look at your scores in a minute. Still sound off in chat, but I'll read them verbally in a moment. Japanese development title for the 1992 Mega Drive game Streets of Rage 2 before its Western release was, I believe, Bare Knuckle 2, wasn't it? The answer is Bare Knuckle 2, correct? Well done, folks. Well done. Marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. And one more before we read the scores. Question number 5, but still sound off, please. Out of 5 now. 1987 arcade game by Technos or Technos Japan. Censored in the UK NES port. Renaming those nunchakus to sticks. What was the name? The idiocy behind that of renaming these fine offensive weapons as featured in our brilliant new movie, Control AI Delete to sticks. The answer is Double Dragon. Well done if you got that right. Well done if you got Double Dragon, folks. If you'd like to see some nunchuck action in our film, if you've just joined us, controlaidelete.net, Control AI, delete.net, CTRL. And yes, I did just say that we here, chat, this little show on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and X simultaneously has made a feature film, which we're editing currently, and that was a little GIF from it. Out of 5, we've got 3 for Ponder, 5 for Duncan, 3 for Skewy, 4 for John, the UK. Putty gets 3. 5 out of 5 for Bruce. Tiny Devil Games, 5 out of 5. Iquel, 3. Rob H, 2. Eds, 4. And Janet also on 2. As we move into question number 6. Internal project name at Rare for the 1997 smash hit N64 game GoldenEye. It's going to double fact check this bad boy. It was called Bond 64. That was the name of it, Bond 64. A lot of you went for Secret Service. I got a notification from X. I wonder if I'm streaming live on X. Oh yeah, that was a good little hook, wasn't it? Yeah, but who really shot? JR. I was quite pleased with that. Anyway, there we go. Question number 6. We'll move on. Question 7. Sound off in chat, but I'll read them verbally in a minute so we can all get home. In 1987 film With Nail and I, what is the first name of the eccentric character played by Richard Griffiths? It is a great character. Uncle Monty, otherwise known as Montague. Thank you for your patience on that. If you got it right, an extra well done. So sorry. So that's question number 7. We'll go to question number 8 and then we'll do a sound off. Question number 8 in tonight's Way of the Exploding Quiz. In Die Hard 2, what is the name of the fictional British airline whose plane is crashed by terrorists? It is, of course, Windsor Airlines. If you got that right, give yourselves a great big pat on the back. And a point out of 8. And let's sound off. Out of 8. 6 goes John, UK. Eds gets 6. Oh, no, still catching up on X. 4 out of 8 for Ponder. 4 for Skewy. 6 for Putty. Addicted gets 6 out of 8. Quail, 4 out of 8. 4 out of 8 also for Duncan. 6 for Tiny Devil Games. 3 out of 8 for Rob on YouTube. 7 for Bruce93. 6 for Eds. Well done, Eds. Good tonight. And 3 for Janet. 6 also for Mark Cornwall over there on the YouTube. Brilliant stuff. Right. Penultimate question, number 9. In Gremlins, what is the name of the small American town where all of that chaos unfolds? And the answer is Kingston Falls, ladies and gentlemen. I was just double checking. Kingston Falls is the correct answer. Well done if you got that right. Epic stuff. Kingston Falls. So what have we got out of 9 as we move into question 10, where we should be able to find a winner? Have we got any 9 out of 9ers? Well, we've got a 4 out of 9. We've got a 7 out of 9 for Skewy. 7 for China Level Games. And Bruce 93 on 7. Neck and neck. Ken, this could be your week. Bruce, it could be yet another week for you. Addicted to Retro 7-2. Wow, Addicted's right up there. Duncan with 4. Also in the offing, John UK Japan with another 7. 4 for Quail. 6 for Puddycat. Rob H on 4 over on YouTube. Ponder having a chat. Eds 6 out of 9. 3 for Janet. Well done, Janet. Mark gets 6 too. Here we go. So will we have a winner as we move to question number 10? What is the full birth name of the 80s pop star George Michael, or 90s as well, who started life in Wham, of course, and then became a stellar recording artist in his own right? His name is, and I'm going to massacre it, if you put an acronym and it was GKP, then you are correct. It is, of course, Georgios Kyriakos Panayiotou, apparently. So there you go. That is George Michael's actual name, almost certainly incorrectly pronounced by me, but it doesn't matter. What does matter is that we have 3 winners in the shape of Tiny Devil Games, Addicted Retro, Bruce 93, all with 8, and John Retro, UK Japan, makes it 4 winners, all with 8 out of 10. A staggeringly impressive achievement, given the hardness of this week's questions. 5 out of 10 for Skewy, 5 for Duncan, 5 for Rob. Eds gets 7. Well done, Eds. Probably one of your highest scores. Janet gets 4. Well done. GG, so Skewy. 5 for Quail. Quail, it's always good. Mark Cornwall gets 6. Well done. Top quizzing, everyone. GG's to you indeed. Absolutely marvellous stuff. What can I say? It's been absolutely wonderful sharing another Sunday evening with you. Sharing some of those micro clips, which you're going to better stitch together and make a kind of 40-second version of the hour-and-a-half feature film. That's coming your way if you sponsored us on Delete.net via the Kickstarter link, and I know many of you did. We'll have some T-shirt updates next week. A whole new T-shirt thing, nothing to do with the movie actually, a new T-shirt venture. Thank you, Ed, for the compliment. Really, really appreciate it. I really enjoyed bringing you this week's news. Make sure you check out Commodore.net to see that absolutely brilliant Commodore Ultimate. First in 30 years of official hardware, with great things like HDMI and a fast processor and a multitude of simple component video, old school CRT inputs and all the rest of it, and great sound. And of course, please show some love to the Kickstarter care of Enrique and the rest of the ZX Spectrum Next version 3 Kickstarter. This one, the brilliant Enrique, who was a huge force for getting behind our Kickstarter for Control AI Delete, not just actually putting money up, but also telling his whole sort of newsletter gang about our project and encouraging many of them to get involved and pledge. So there we go. Have a great week, everyone. Ken, I'll doubtless see you tomorrow if you're around. It'd be great to do some more stuff. But apart from that, keep in touch. Go to the Discord, folks. Go to the Discord. Show the Discord some love. That's it from me. Have a great week. I'll see you. I won't see you next week because I'll be live. And you'll be able to listen to it on the Street Sounds Radio app. I'll be live next weekend doing that. But I'll be back here a week next Sunday. See ya!